Hey everybody, how are you? I'm gonna add Aaron. Hold on one second. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Aaron. Are you logged in, Aaron?
Logged in.
Okay. Why do I not see you? Sorry, everybody. Oh, here.
I'm AEHA.
Yep.
AEH.
Yep. Hold on. E. Why do I not see you? Try tapping. Hey, Aaron. Try tapping on the Dragon Prince and joining the live stream, and then I think I can add you. I think you have to be in the audience.
How do I do that?
So at the top, you should see the Dragon Prince story, and then you should be able to add me.
Dragon Prince official.
Yeah. And then once you tap on that, start watching, I think I can add you.
Start watching. How do I do that? Just tap on it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. See that.
All right, cool. Now I should be able to add you. A, E, H.
All right, I'm gonna get off the Zoom once I'm on here.
Yep, me too.
675 people here.
Yeah, all right. Why is it not letting me add you?
Yeah, me too.
Oh, there you are. Got it. Add.
Why is it not ready?
There we go. All right, I'm leaving the Zoom. All right. We did it.
Great. Wow. Good.
Not bad.
So, my understanding is that good courtesy is to chat a bit while we're waiting for people to join. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, I got to get on at 5." I mean, look at us. It's 5:03. We just barely made it on here at 5:03.
That's right.
Our bad.
Exactly right. Cool. All right. So it's working. Everybody's on. We're getting tons of hearts.
We don't know. We don't know. Someone says they need more Raylan.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't in their life, honestly?
You can, yeah. Hello.
Somebody said it's 9 o'clock in Japan. Good morning. I hope you're having coffee or tea or something to wake you up.
There is no season 4 announcement today. No, there is no season 4 announcement coming. We, as soon as we can. Oh, we could probably give you some hints, but not now because also it's 5:04.
That's right.
Yay. The chat goes by quite quickly. Do your best to keep up.
I guess good tomorrow to the UK. It's 1 in the morning. Thank you for staying up with us. We appreciate it.
Hello. So, Corbus is awesome. Sorry.
Right.
Hello to Canada. Do you have a favorite dragon character? Are you allowed to play favorites?
Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to them?
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Justin Richmond.
Let's see. I definitely have characters that I like and characters that I like more than other characters, but I'll never admit that. I'll never admit who they are.
Hello,
from Chile. All right.
Dude,
Yeah.
some serious commitment to be up at 2 a.m. for this.
So it's
We get some
season 5. You're just skipping season 4.
What?
Someone just said Fine. Give us hints about season 5 then.
Okay. Justin and I were working on a scene this morning, a scene in which someone makes a sacred promise to bait. I hope that's not too
There you go.
spoiler. That Justin?
Yeah, that's right.
With you.
Yeah, that's good. So we're going to be talking about mainly about the graphic novel, which came out today, which is super exciting. It's called Through the Moon. We had amazing partners on it with Scholastic and Peter and Xanthi, who worked on this thing really, really hard. And it's an awesome novel, and we are excited that people can actually get it in their hands. I know some people in Europe have had it for a little while, but most people are able to get it today, which is amazing.
Yeah, again, huge shout out to Peter Wortman and Xanthi Buma. We wish they could be here but I guess on Instagram Live you can do 2 at a time. They will be doing an AMA Friday on Reddit on the Direct Print subreddit. We'll announce that again later, but all 4 of us will be there for the AMA. So other shout out to the team at Scholastic, because a lot of people worked hard to make this graphic novel a reality. Katie Weir and Beth Dunphy and Megan Finnerty, Betsy Peter Schmidt, Naomi Detweiler, and Heather Doherty, who were an amazing. I hope I said everyone's names right or close enough. Certainly the first names right, but an amazing team and great vibes and good energy. Helped me and Peter this thing together into something that we're all really proud of. Should we try to answer some questions that were previously submitted? What do you think we should try to do?
Yeah, I'm going to actually relocate because I think it is breaking up because of me. I think my signal is not great, so I'm going to try and I'm going to walk for a second. So
Okay.
Bear with me for 1 sec while I actually walk to a new location. So let's see. I'm going to get closer to my Wi-Fi in the house. All right. So you can see me walking through my yard. All right. Let's see if this goes better if I get closer to the Wi-Fi router.
Dante Basco. I love Dante. We were able to we talked about it before.
Okay, let's try this.
Why not? I mean, it's pretty awesome able to move Atlantis here, Mage Wings out there. If I were Cal, I'd be like, oh, waking up in the middle of the night to go to the back. Mage Wings! Put them away. I've been pulling them out all day. It's Runan.
All right.
I don't know. I think that's a mystery, right? Runan is certainly in a magical cursed coin in some form. I don't know if it kills you or if you can survive it. That's the story we will be certain to tell, I'm sure. I want to say about Dante Basco. The only truth is that we love Dante, that I loved working with him at Zuko on Avatar: The Last Airbender. I would always be happy to work with him. We definitely have. Oh, I wonder if this would be a cool chance to work with him. So, possible to him about it specifically. My audio is getting cut off.
Yeah, you're clipping on mine. I moved closer. I don't know if it's working better now or not.
Are we worried it's my phone or your?
I can't tell if it's the internet or.
Okay.
Let me try it. Okay. I just moved. So hopefully,
Okay.
I'm right next to my router now. So hopefully we should be good to go.
You're worried that it somehow connects to your
Audio. Yeah.
Yeah, my signal should be quite good actually. So let me just
All right. Well, it looks like Aaron is.
where is the microphone on your iPhone? Is it on the bottom?
I think it's on the bottom. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to move my hand off of it and see
All
what
right,
happens.
I'm going to hold it.
Okay.
Does this seem less bad for the audio? Because it might be that the way I propped it, I was blocking the microphone. So if
I think, yeah, it's way better for me now. So hopefully it's better for everybody.
so
Okay.
it might be that I just have to hold my phone, which is fine.
Okay.
I had it propped up.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Jen's saying it sounds good too. So, all right. We
All
fixed
right.
our technical
Sorry,
problems. It only took
everyone.
12 minutes.
I said all kinds of great, fascinating things that now will be lost to time, I guess. Should we answer some of the questions that people sent in ahead of time, and then
Yeah, let's do it.
also keep an eye on the stream?
Yeah, let's do it.
I am not. Did I drop again?
You did for me, but I think everybody else could hear you. So,
It's very odd because I'm like 3 feet away from the Google from what do you call it? The Google this thing.
Wi-Fi. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's try answering some questions.
We got an Emmy
Yeah.
for the Dragon Prince. There it is. Hello, there's the Emmy. Maybe the Emmy is interfering with the signal
With the signal, that's right.
somehow. I'm no longer getting a feed here. Are you?
Yeah, I'm still seeing the feed.
Okay.
Everybody's saying you sound good, so maybe it's just me hearing you. All right. Oh, you flipped the camera. There we go. All right.
How can I get the feed to go again? I'm going to write a comment and see if that does anything. Yeah, well, maybe not. All right. Well, I can't see what people are saying, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh, I opened it up. Okay. I can read you some questions, Aaron, and then we can maybe.
What if I quit out and you invite me again?
All right, you want to try it? Yeah,
right.
try. I
apologize for all the tech stuff. I'm going to quit out and I'm going to get reinvited. I apologize.
Okay. All right, let's try it. All right. So let's try this one more time here. I am going to add Aaron as soon as he comes back in. All right. And add. There we go.
Okay. Oh, it looks like it's working again.
All right, cool. Great.
All right. We'll do our best.
Okay. Okay, so you want to start with some questions from before? I have some that people have put into this chat also saved.
We had some submitted ahead of time. Let's go through a few of those.
Okay.
You want to do the first one?
Sure. Okay. So the first question was from @the_red_shirt_guy, and he says basically, does being called the first official graphic novel mean there are other potential graphic novels in the cards, or that Through the Moon is part of one series with an overarching plot? So hopefully, yes. Hopefully you guys love this not graphic novel, and hopefully we'll get to do some more with Scholastic because we really enjoyed doing it. But this is a standalone. So yes, it is part of the core story for the Dragon Prince, and it totally counts and it's canon. But there's not a sequel to Through the Moon, if that's what you're asking, Red Shirt Guy.
We'd love to do more graphic novels.
Absolutely.
I think we are actively talking about that and planning it. Definitely in the cards.
Yeah.
But not necessarily an overarching story.
Yeah.
The next. Oh, someone asked about Janai's bro. Yeah. We're gonna find out about Janai's brother for sure. Where did someone say something about Janai's brother? Did we say something? We must have mentioned something at some point.
Yeah,
He's a really cool character.
he is a very
lot of fun.
Yeah.
The next question I have is, what do the Moon Shadow Elves do? And this is from @Scaring the Crow. What exactly do Moon Shadow Elves do during a full moon? Do they just become invisible? In the show, when they attack, you can see Soren clearly fending them off. Would love some insider knowledge on this. Thank you. It's not just invisibility. It is a stealth mode. I think we've talked about it as like, it's almost like they're partially slipping into a moon dimension that partially obscures how visible they are, but also even like their physicality may change a bit so that they can, partially materialize for like a split instant to do damage, but then they're phasing out. I think they're phasing in and out of some kind of moon dimension. So it's partially invisibility, but there's also some defense and, fighting stuff that happens, speed, things like that. So I'm getting some advice that we shouldn't move around so much. The problem is when I had it propped up, the microphone wasn't working well. Greetings back to Iran, by the way.
Yes, that's right. Adding people in.
When countries or regions greet us, I feel like it's only courteous to greet back.
Yes, that's right. I hope we didn't miss too many of them. Cool. All right, why don't you do the next one too? I think you should answer the next question also.
The next question is, what does moonberry juice taste like? Please be as clear as you can with your answer. It looks so delicious and it causes me physical pain knowing I will never get to taste it. In my mind, the things that are conjured are perhaps some kind of juice blend. I feel like there would be mulberry juice, if anyone's familiar with mulberries. There could be pomegranate. I know Justin has talked about there possibly being a bit of cran involved.
Some cran mull.
But I always think mulberry. I don't know, what do you think, Justin?
Yes, that's right. Something like that. I think that's right. I think mulberry is exactly the weirdest, coolest taste. If you have not tried mulberry, you should absolutely do it.
Not ignoring season 4 questions. We just don't have a good answer. We are...
We're working on it.
The team is doing amazing work, working hard, gearing up to bring the whole saga. We do not have a season 4 date. We are really getting things moving in a good way, and we're excited. But we just won't have the information on a date for season 4. We really appreciate you being patient for that. But it's great. Don't have an age for Terry that we can reveal right now. Justin, do you want to do one of the next question or a handful of questions?
Sure, yeah. Yep. Hold on one second. Let me switch back to I'm just switching to the question sheet. Hold on one second. Okay. It's a 3-parter from Archie Puppy. So part 1 is, will there be outfit changes for the Dragon Squad? Well, so there's already some outfit changes in this graphic novel, which you can see. Rayla gets some pretty great pajamas and some stuff like that. So you should absolutely check it out. I think you're probably
they're just going to rotate outfits. They're actually going to trade clothes.
That's right.
So you should see how great Soren is going to look wearing Claudia's clothes, and how Callum is going to look squeezed into some of Ezrin's outfits, and everybody's just going to try on each other's stuff. There's going to be total outfit changes.
I like it.
I'm sorry, I'm being a jerk.
No, we should absolutely. It's too bad, actually, a 3D animation doesn't work like that, where you could just trade outfits around. It would totally work, because it would be hilarious. Yeah, I think there will. I think, of course, people are going to change outfits. I think there's going to be some cool new stuff to see. Absolutely, going forward. 2, is Callum close to understanding any other arcana / is he going to learn any other arcana in the future? No spoilers, but there's a little bit hint of this of some of the answer to this actually in this graphic novel. So you should absolutely check it out, because I don't want to spoil anything again, so people haven't read it, but there is a little bit of answer to this. And I think Callum is fast. I mean, what do you think, Aaron? I think he's fascinated by all of the arcana. I think he's not just limited to, he's not certainly limiting his interest to Sky. So that's my 2 cents.
I mean, if you're a betting person, isn't like Callum's eventually going to be the first human archmage, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit trolling, but I'm also like, yeah, he loves magic. He's fascinated. He's groundbreaking, right? He's doing things that no human has been able to do before. His potential is limitless. It may not be season 4. We might be talking about season 17 at that point, but
That's right. Cool. And then third part from Archie Puppy is, will there be more Sarai? Please tell me there will be more Sarai. I really want Callum and Ezra to visit her memorial statue. First of all, that would be a beautiful moment. I absolutely agree. That would be pretty cool to see. But yeah, there will be some more Sarai. I mean, I think you'll always be able to find out more about their family. I don't know how much or where, but Sarai is certainly not gone, from the series. I think you'll see Sarai again. Absolutely. Cool. Actually, hold on. I think there's a question. Let me just check this other sheet 1 second. I think there's some other questions coming in.
Someone just asked, is the key of Erebos actually the key of where he was imprisoned? We can't tell you.
Can't tell you. We don't even know. We haven't even discovered the answer yet.
We know.
Come on. I'm trolling a little bit.
Yeah, actually, that was one of the first things we knew in the very beginning.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Here's a question from this Instagram chat for you. I'm going to read it to you, Aaron. You ready? This is from Cameron D. Will. Is the Sun Arcanum the only one that can heal, or maybe the Ocean Arcanum can heal as well, or two?
I think that's a great question. I suspect that there are healing abilities possible through different primals. So yes, I think that's a great question. And Ocean is the perfect example. I think it's very likely that there are great healers and different kinds of healers who call on different energy to restore life and health to those who are injured or sick. So great question. Cool.
I'm going to read another one from this chat. It is from Sean Paul Translator. Sean Paul's translator. Could original characters that are introduced in graphic novels potentially make it into the show? Absolutely. We definitely believe that this is a huge universe that's all connected. So there's no reason that we would hold back if we thought somebody from a graphic novel or from our video game or whatever was going to fit into the show in the right way. Absolutely. Of course we would do that. And that's one of the coolest things about actually working with all the same team is that all that stuff can happen because we get to sort of control all of it, which is amazing. It's a great feeling. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, totally. There's a character that we've talked about for a while for the video game, and recently that character totally finally had their moment in the show. We were like, oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so exactly.
We want to see there are different ways to like access the world and the characters and meet people, and certainly the graphic novel is one of them.
Yeah.
And then the show and the video game will be the other main ways that we learn about them.
Yep. We also have, we announced earlier this summer, we're working with Fandom on a tabletop RPG. That could all be another way you would see stuff and things like that. So there's definitely a lot of ways you could see characters coming into the show. I missed the first one, Aaron. I'm going to read you one so you can answer. I don't have who it's from, but do we have to read the graphic novel before we watch season 4?
Oh, we missed this one. I see.
Yeah.
I don't think we should say too much here.
Okay.
I think the answer is, it's like, no, you don't have to. But everything that happened in the graphic novel happened before season 4 and really happened. So you could probably infer some of it, but best experience would be read this graphic novel, get yourself up to date.
That's right. Cool. All right, let's see. Just make sure we're not missing any more from that. Did that one. Okay, ready, Aaron? I'll get you another one. This is from Bunny Sprout. How will Zim progress throughout the seasons? Will they grow up or learn to talk? Will we see them learn how to manage their powers? And I think I don't want to say too much, but yeah, Zim is going to grow along with the other characters. I mean, he's not static. He's a puppy, a little baby, and he's growing up. So
Yeah. We'll
Go
see
ahead.
Zim growing up more for sure.
Yeah.
Someone asked if there will be more Gren content. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. How could there not
Pretty
be more
much.
Gren
I
content?
think, didn't we announce already that season 5, book 5, Gren?
That's right.
That's
It's
book
actually
5.
there's so much Gren. He's books 5 through 14 is all Gren, and then we'll come back around to the other Arcanum. So
Should we share the Gren nickname the team has been?
oh, go for it.
We don't have to.
We'll save
I'm
it.
like,
We'll save it.
now? Okay.
Okay, the next one here. Will we ever get to see Ellis and Ava again? And that's from puppy_animal_lover.
Maybe?
Maybe. I think that's the right answer.
I would say probably.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think probably, but not 100%. That would be my answer. So this one is specifically about the graphic novel. It's from Animal Ustrador. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this name. It's hard to read. How did the idea of making the graphic novel come about? Is the question. Well, there's sort of like a couple things. Like one was we had been talking to Scholastic and they were saying like, hey, what if we did this thing together? And we were sort of fascinated by that idea. And one of the things they proposed was doing we've always been interested in comics and OGNs. And so it sort of came up very naturally with them. And then we started talking about story. Aaron and I started talking about a story that could fit in here with the writers and stuff. And it sort of just felt like a natural fit. I don't know. I mean, that's how I remember it, Aaron. And maybe you have other memories of it.
I mean, that's, I think the whole dream of this partnership with Scholastic has been to serve the community by being able to continue to tell stories and tell stories in the wider world of Zadia, through graphic novels and other books. And so that's part of why we're so excited about this partnership, is you can get so much more depth and insight into different characters and parts of the world that you may not have time for in the 22 minutes on Netflix. And so the partnership with Scholastic is perfect for deepening and expanding those stories. And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and they introduced us to Xanthi and Peter, who just absolutely crushed it.
Yes, Caleb Thomas is still at Wonderstorm, someone asked.
Yes.
So happy.
Yes, I talked to him yesterday. Yes, he's absolutely still here.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt. I just saw
no problem. Xanthi and Peter, we got introduced to them through Scholastic, and then they just absolutely knocked this out of the park, and it was an absolute joy to work with both of them, and what an amazing job they both did on this thing. So we're super excited to have gotten to work with them and do this graphic novel. All right, here's another one.
Every few minutes, I want to shout out to. We're getting a lot of comments, but a shout out to Xanthi and to Peter, who made this with the team at Scholastic. And so we're doing this live to help promote it, and we are promoting their beautiful work, and we're super excited and proud and grateful, and so just more shout outs for Peter Wortman and Xanthi Buma. Yay.
Cool. Somebody asked in the thing really quick, it's just a technical thing, will this be up for a little while after we're done? And yes, it will be up for 24 hours, which is how this, I guess, works. So you'll be able to see this, not just right now, but it'll stay up. So cool. Also, yeah, again, I'm super excited to work with Xanthi and Peter. It was amazing. Okay, so here's one from...
Can I do one real quick here?
Oh, you go. Yeah, please. Jump in.
Someone is asking what Erebos said to Kessa.
Can't say.
We can't, but Janaya is wondering that too. And we're excited about it. It's weird. I'm not being helpful, but it was a good question.
It's awesome.
I'm not giving a satisfying answer, but it's a good question.
Are we supposed to mention the AMA again?
Yeah. So really quick, we're going to do an AMA on Reddit with Xanthi, and Peter will be there with us on Friday doing a live AMA Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. PDT Pacific time. So please join us there as well. If we didn't get to your question today or we missed it somehow, we will absolutely be there to answer questions with both of them. If you have questions for Peter and Xanthi, they'll be there as well. So all four of us will be on Friday at 4 Pacific time, and we'll post about it again just to make sure everybody follows up on that. Cool.
Someone asks, how does Janai know that Erebos whispered to her? It's a good question. Because she might not have seen it, but she's going to find out about it.
That's right.
Someone asked about the Orphan Queen. We love the Orphan Queen, and there are more references to the Orphan Queen coming in seasons 4 and onward. And it's a story that Justin and I have always wanted to tell. We think it would be a great movie someday, maybe. But yeah, the story of the Orphan Queen is certainly relevant to the story and the saga as it's unfolding now. And the story is a cool story on its own.
I just saw it's going to be somebody, I think it was Tasha Bags. I just saw it's going to be their birthday on Friday. So happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Hope it is a good one. Enjoy it. Cool. Should I jump back to the other sheet really quick, or should you want to keep going with some of the ones that are from here?
Sure. Let's see if we can hit some of the questions.
Yeah. I'm going to throw you this one, Aaron. This is a good one for you. It's from Medu Nefer, Medu_Nefer, or Medu_Nefer. We know only a few Skywing Elves have wings, and not all Sunfires have fire mode, but what about Moonshadow Elves? Since they can use their powers only once a month, then rather at any given moment, is it an ability that all or at least most of them have, or is it just some of them?
Sorry, I'm reading it. I think it's one of those things where Moonshadow Elves are in tune with the Moon Primal, and one of the very powerful skills that a Moonshadow Elf being in tune with that Arcanum can master is Moonshadow mode, and it makes you an excellent assassin, and that's part of how they evolved a culture that does some of this stealthy work and assassin work. It's certainly possible that there are other powers and abilities that come from connecting to that Arcanum that can be directly realized, that a Moonshadow Elf might be able to manifest. So you may see some of that in the future. Maybe you have some ideas for your fan fiction or your cool art to show some of those powers. But the powers and abilities really come from these elves being attuned to the Arcanum that they are born attuned to, and there's probably some of it that just comes naturally, and some of it that comes with training and bringing out the ability to do the special thing. So I don't see why it's limited. And I think, and learning, for example, that Sunfire Elves have 2 or at least 2 abilities that can connect to the Arcanum, I think is part of what may help understand that.
Cool.
Do we read fan fictions? Yes and no, not so much. It becomes a tricky thing where you can kind of we don't want it to overly influence what we're doing, so we highly encourage it and we love that people do it. Every once in a while, someone will be like, "You got to look at this. It's so charming," or "Oh, this is so cool." And especially someone will bring something to our attention, and there is really amazing work out there, and there are particular writers who are terrific. But as a rule, we don't think we do it regularly unless someone says, check this particular thing out. But we know there's amazing fan fiction.
Cool. Happy birthday to XX Bottle of Wine or Bottle of Win XX tomorrow. So happy birthday to you, XX Bottle of Win. That's a great name, by the way, XX. So happy birthday. That's awesome. Here's another one. Okay, will there be more dark mages? ? We need more humans, and that is from Flipazoid in this chat. Yes, there will be. You will see more dark mages. Absolutely. 100%. You will see more dark mages. But I don't want to say much more than that.
It's interesting too. I mean, this is a great one of the great things about the Scholastic partnership again is that there's sort of interplay between things you find out about in the show, and I think at least one of the dark mages who's very, very significant. The first time people will hear about that person will be in book 2, Sky, the core novel, when that comes out. Though that's someone who plays into the story and the saga once the series comes back. But yeah, there's a very important dark mage who will come up in that book.
Cool.
Did Erebos create dark magic? Someone asked. No, I don't think it's so much something that was created as discovered. I think there's a question of like, did Erebos help humans discover it or turn them on to it or give them clues? I think that's very possible that Erebos played a role in developing their ability to do dark magic, encouraging them to explore the possibilities of dark magic. That seems very likely.
Cool. Somebody asked, is Erebos' voice actor the same as Ko the Face Tailor? Yes, it is. The amazing
The
Eric
same-
Todd Dellums.
Eric Todd Dellums, the same brilliant
Same brilliant
voice
actor.
actor.
Yep. There's another one here, which I missed, which is from Non-Existent with an A and an E. Will we get to see other types of dragons and/or / arch dragons? 100%. Yes, not even a doubt. It's the Dragon Prince. We gotta have more dragons. It's in the name. We're bound by oath. Absolutely.
Dragons. There will be dragons.
There will be dragons. That's right. For sure. There's another one here. Sorry, I'm just looking back. From Cayman Hogue. Is it possible that the Dragon King will unfreeze? I think he is talking about, or they are talking about Thunder in particular there.
Should we not answer that? I feel like I could say it's possible. I don't want to over encourage or get anyone too excited. I think being turned to stone is a pretty dismal fate.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, let me see if I missed any other ones. I think I got all the ones on that list.
Someone asked, can elves do dark magic? Can we just say yes?
Yeah, absolutely. Elves can do dark magic. Yes,
Yes.
totally possible. There is a question, Aaron, from Circle_Squarer. How do you go about populating Xadia with cities and landmarks? Did you come up with the landmarks and places and then decide where they best fit? Or rather, did you look at each empty place and try to come up with things that fill it? Or was it a mixture of both? I think they're probably talking about the map in particular here, I'm guessing. Yeah, I mean, I think so. It was a little of both, honestly. So there were some places that we had already thought about or talked about or whatever, that we were like, okay, well, we kind of generally know where this thing is or what this place is going to be. And then some of them were just like, when we saw the first version of that really detailed map come back, we were like, oh my goodness, like there were some obvious things that we wanted to name and put in there. And then there's some Easter eggy stuff that's just fun that we wanted to do also. So yeah, I think that's right. Let's see. I think that's the list. So that was the pre-list. So we got all of those, which is good. So we got through them.
Cool.
Yeah, right on. Do we think Claudia deserves a redemption arc? Came in here from Emma. Sorry, it's going so fast. Emma something Twirler, I think. Emma at Twirler, I think.
Why does she need a redemption arc? Why are you judging her? What has she done that requires redemption? I'm a little confused. What judgmental person just asked for her to have a redemption arc? Because pretty much in the clear, if you ask me. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, I'm insulted for her. Cool. Justin, our other partner, is actually typing something right now. I'm guessing there's going to be another question coming in 1 second. Is Corvus's middle name Dennis? My life depends on this. Don't you understand? And that is from Claire Whedon.
Um, I, I,
Well, so I know where this comes from. I think.
do you
which
want to
is-
just answer? Do you want to? Do we want to? Is this a? Do you want it to be Dennis? Can this?
This can absolutely be Dennis. Absolutely. There's no reason it can't be. I think I know where this answer or this question comes from, which was there was a running gag in the writers' room with Devin and myself where we called Corvus Dennis Trackerman because of a whole game. It was a whole thing, and it went on way too long. And like
It was just
we had
because
a-
we can't name. Sometimes we just hadn't named
we
him
had
yet, right?
but that one in particular went on forever because we talked about there was a whole family of Trackermen, and he had like cousins and uncles, and it went on way too long. But I think that's where that comes from. So, but I think his middle name could absolutely be Dennis. I don't know.
That seems right to me.
Yeah, seems right. So it's official. Corvus Dennis Trackerman. No,
Trackerman.
That's not his last name.
It's still Trackerman.
It's still Trackerman. That's right. From Snickers and Doodles, is there a certain reason Rayla is scared of water? And if there is, will we find more about it in the future?
I think there may be. I think we may find out more about it. Part of it is, I think, just, it's the way she's wired, which is to say, like, I think part of why she's great at running through the trees and balancing and doing the things she does is she senses the stability of the earth beneath her. She senses the amount of stability or flexibility on a tree limb or on the side of a cliff. She's very sensitive and attuned. And so I think when you take someone like that and you put them in the water where it's just mush, I think it's probably overwhelming and alarming. So some of it's a little physical, but I suspect there may have been something that happened. I mean, she certainly brings a sense of emotion around it that feels like it's just beyond discomfort.
I feel like there's a control.
Someone asked if we can learn the backstory of Ruthari. I sure hope we do. I know that there's a beautiful story about Ithari's birthday on our website that can give you a glimmer. But yeah, I think that's something I would love to hear. I'm sure it's something that Devin has thought about and Ian has thought about. Perhaps Neil has thought about.
I think they've all thought about it. That's
We've
right.
all thought about it. We've all thought about it.
Yeah, exactly. From man, I am just butchering these names. I am so sorry to everybody. I'm just realizing how hard it is to read Instagram names on the fly. Themed, I think it's Themed Diacristal, I think. Sorry, you know who you are. I apologize. Do you think you'll explore Callum's dad, or is he not important to the story?
Callum's dad is the other question.
That's the question. Yeah. Will we explore Callum's dad / is he important to the story?
What's the first part of the question?
Do you think you'll explore Callum's dad, or is he not important to the story?
I think it's possible we will learn more about Callum's dad in the sense of the role he played in Sarai's life and Callum's early life. I think it's maybe likely, hopefully in one of the books that come out talking about those earlier times, we'll have a chance to meet Callum's dad.
Yeah, but yes, but he is absolutely important, foundational to how Callum became Callum for sure. Okay, will the Dragon Bee Queen, wow, I'm blowing this again. The Defender 2040 is, Starburst edit. Will the Dragon Queen be more involved in season 4, if we can say?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
It's Dragon Queen.
Again, dragons. Okay, this one's from the Defender 2040. Is Rayla the main character of the story Through the Moon, of this graphic novel? It's a Rayla-focused book, although there are certainly... It's like the show, I would say, right? Like there are some other equally important parts that are not involving Rayla, I guess.
But if you had to pick, I think you'd say
yeah, I think yes.
It's Rayla. I'd be curious to hear what Peter or Xanthi thought about that question.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, I guess on the face of it, yes, she probably is the the main character. From, man, this name has no vowels in it. From M_KMRNN, M Cameron, I guess. Do we see more Crowmaster? We can never get enough Crowmaster as far as I'm concerned. But if the show was just the Gren and Crowmaster show, I feel like we could make some stuff happen. Yes, we'll see more. Absolutely see more Crowmaster for sure.
Just Friday, we were working on a scene. Oh no, wait, it was yesterday.
Yes,
the Crowmaster scene, and the writers were like, maybe we don't need this scene. He's like, yeah, it's a Crowmaster. Of course we need this scene.
Crowmaster demands to be in all scripts where he can. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Somebody just said obviously Rayla's the main character everywhere. So it's pretty funny. Okay, here's another one. From Parur, Paarur. Is it canon that elves have 6 toes? Which I think they have 4 toes, right?
I'm not sure what happened there. I think that might have been a joke someone made at one of the. I suspect they have four digits per hand or foot.
Yeah, because that's how we get all the base 8 jokes in the show, which people have been begging for. So that's right.
Can we? Is that the main spin-off? If we were going to have just a spin-off that was like a character's life, even if it was just mainly Gren enjoying the morning and getting ready for work and like winding down at the end of the day and possibly waking up in the middle of the night and thinking about things and going back to sleep because things will be fine. Things will be okay.
That's pretty good. I like it. I just saw a good one from UUTIF7. Will the history of Zadia splitting be important in the future? Yes, absolutely. That event is sort of crazy important in terms of the history of the continent and the peoples and all that stuff. So yes, it is. You might not see any more of the actual event of itself getting split, but the actual splitting of the continent is a huge deal and matters a lot, for sure. All right, here's another one from, Narendrama to Sudarmo. Since soul things serpents feed on the souls of their prey, does that make them a moon primal creature? Are soul thing serpents moon primal because they're feeding on souls?
Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, no. Are soul thing serpents, because they feed on the souls of their prey, does that make them moon? Are they a moon primal creature?
That seems right.
I think that's right too. I think that is correct. And they're terrifying on top of all that. All right. Sorry, my dog is going crazy. I'll tell a quick story about my dog. So I have a rescue dog who's adorable and she's very funny. But she is obsessed with crows. And if she sees a crow, she goes absolutely insane. So I apologize if you're barking, but she has spotted a crow and is not happy that they're anywhere near the house. So I apologize. All right, what is this one? Is that a puppy in the background? Yes, that was a puppy in the background. Yeah, I have 2 puppies. I also have a Boston Terrier.
It might also be hearing my toddler.
Oh yeah, it could be more. Yeah,
could be Erebos Grenzo Ihaz.
Yes, that's right.
Over here.
Yeah.
So,
shout out to Ecuador. Ecuador just came online. So hello to you, Lin Uwu in Ecuador. Thanks for joining us. Another one, Harold 1201, Peru. Thanks for joining us from Peru. Wow. Harold 1201. Thanks for joining us. That's awesome.
What else? Where are we with questions? How are we doing?
I guess we should refresh on the. So this is Through the Moon, the graphic novel, canon story came out today. You can go get it at your store or on Amazon or your local book person, I guess. So pick it up, please. And we are going to do another. If you missed us today or you're watching this tomorrow because it's still up, we're doing an AMA on Reddit on Friday with both Anthony and Peter live. So we will be doing that at 4 p.m. Pacific time on Friday. So if you have things that you wanted to ask that didn't get answered here or we missed it or whatever, please show up and we will be answering questions. And you can ask Peter and Anthony whatever you want about this graphic novel. So high fives. Cool. We got about not that long left. So, okay, here's another one. Ready? From Audrey, I guess it's like 4 Ys. Audrey 12. Can bait have a middle name or a glow-toed tribal name? They would love to see how Ezrin found or got bait. I think we've said Ezrin got bait from Harrow, right? Harrow gave him bait, right?
I think we've said that.
Yeah.
Bait was at first.
I think that's right. I think that's correct. Can bait have a middle name or glow-toed tribal name? A glow-toed tribal name that's some kind of grump noise that's specific is pretty funny to think about.
That is pretty funny. I agree.
And also, how would you know which is the tribal name and which is just a regular grump? I guess they know. It's only for glow-toads. Cool. Let's see. Somebody's asking from Ari Art and Stuff, will we see how people react to Raylan or elf-human relationships in general? And they're crying in their emojis, so we have to answer this one. Or it's...
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm doing an Instagram live for work. Okay.
All right. So will we see how people react to Raylan or elf-human relationships? Yes, you absolutely.
Yep.
That will continue to be a huge thing in the show. Human and elf relationships are a big deal, and absolutely you will see that stuff some coming forward. So yes, you will definitely see that stuff. And I'm sorry we made you put cry emojis up. Somebody just asked from Naomi, sorry, not from Naomi, from Little Miss Ginger Kiss. How long did it take from conception to production to create Through the Moon? That's a really good question. I mean, I think it was about a year, nine months to a year, right? Basically to go from story idea all the way through to finished. Maybe it was a little less than that, but
we were talking story idea, I feel like almost a year and a half ago.
Yeah, maybe that's right. Yeah, that's right.
So it's a lot of work, and that was early story idea, and then we worked with Peter on a number of drafts of outlines and scripts, and and then with Xanthi for quite some time. It's a lot of work goes into it. So over a year.
Yeah, for sure. For definitely over a year, for sure. And then the other one is from @nat26_Grace. What is the time gap between the comic and season 3?
Between the comic and season 3?
Season 3. So after season 3 ends and the comic, what's the time gap?
It seems like a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's pretty short. It's basically immediately following season 3. That's right. Cool.
And then do we have another question? Oh, that is the question.
Those were the ones from, I just got those.
Okay.
So, all right, let's see. There's a couple more. This is funny. From Marserban, is Apelli actually Soren and Claudia's mom, but they don't remember her? No, she is not. But that would be kind of funny.
Do you secretly a little bit ship Apelli and Viren? Maybe a little bit.
A little bit. That's right.
A little bit.
A tiny bit. It would be pretty. That's a pretty funny relationship.
I think we have to ask Devin's permission on that.
Yeah, that's right. Cool.
Someone asked the time gap between Through the Moon and season 4. We can't say.
Can't say. You will find out in season 4. Unfortunately, you'll have to wait. Here's a quick question about process. Actually, artist in the making 1, 2, 3. How long does it take to usually animate a scene? That's a pretty variable answer. So, basically the way it works is we write a script, it gets recorded. There's a bunch of 2D passes where we do storyboards and animatics, and those are all hand drawn. And so that takes weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of time. And then at some point that's approved and it gets handed off to the animators. In our show, we do 3D animation with a sort of a 2D shader look to it. So 3D animators would get that animatic and they'd be handed a shot. Sometimes it depends on how complex the shot is. Sometimes multiple animators will work on a single sequence. You know, if there's a lot of stuff going on with multiple characters, sometimes more than one person might work on a shot. But it totally depends. It totally depends on how much facial animation there is, how much action there is, how much running around or fighting, or if they're standing there talking. It totally depends. There's a sort of variable, a number of seconds that an animator can do per week. And so there's not like a hard and fast answer here. Like sometimes if it's simple, you could have an animator doing 20 seconds a week. And sometimes if it's crazy complicated, they might be doing half that. But on average, you know, it's in the 20 second a week range is generally about where we end up. But it can, again, it's wildly variable depending on the shot and what's happening and all that kind of stuff. Oh, here's one from RAG42. Is there a bigger world out there, or is Zadia all there is?
There's some stuff on the periphery of the map that is a bit part of a bigger world, but the main focus is this continent is where the key action is. So I think there are things on the periphery, but in our mind, sometimes we've joked that the Avatar map is on the other side of the world.
That's right. You flip it over, that's where that is. Yeah, exactly.
But we don't own that map, so yeah, you know.
From Trash Panda 224, are elven face markings like henna tattoos, or are they permanent? I believe they're more like henna tattoos, is what we've discussed, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it probably depends on the culture. There are probably some elven cultures where they more permanently tattoo some of the markings. There are some where it's probably more temporary makeup, and some, but I think we have said that for the Moonshadow elves, it's more like henna.
Yeah.
It's sort of semi-permanent war paint tattoo type stuff. One thing I'd say, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm good.
Okay. No, this is a quick shout out to Mike 71204 in Mexico. We got a Mexico checking in, so thank you for joining us from Mexico. That's awesome. If we answered this, but I'm gonna answer it again. If you don't read the graphic novel, we miss out on plot details. Sort of like Aaron said, you can watch season 4 without having read this, but the optimal experience is to read the graphic novel. It totally is canon. It counts. It's awesome. It's totally worth it in every way. So please read it. It's exciting and cool.
By the way, are we going to suddenly get cut off at 6?
I'm going to stop it. I don't know. I don't know if live is there a technical limitation? I have no idea. So maybe.
Yeah.
But no, if it's not, then I can just stop it as we wind down here. So.
Okay. We are, by the way, we're doing our best to read all the comments, even if we're not answering everything. I hope you know that we're reading through, we're paying attention. In some cases, maybe we can't answer right now or we can't comment right away, but we are paying attention and we're seeing what you're posting and care about what you're posting. So just so you know, if you feel like we haven't answered you, I'm sorry about that, but we are definitely paying attention and we care about what you're asking for, what you're talking about.
100%. So from Ratik from school is the name. Any advice for someone who wants to start writing? Start writing. Do it. Just do it. Don't let anybody tell you.
Don't be afraid if it's not perfect.
Yeah. Just go.
Have fun. Do something weird. Do something you believe in. Don't worry about it being not perfect. That's the thing that always killed me, is trying to get it just right, and you self-edit yourself and you stifle yourself. Just have fun. Do something crazy. Even if like 4/5 of it are terrible and 1/5 is kind of charming, that's a hard win. Just write. Just do it.
Absolutely.
Find different people.
Absolutely. I'm getting told that we can keep going for a little bit. It's not gonna hard cut us off, so we're okay. Yeah. Okay.
Will there be more Queen Anya?
Yeah.
Hope so.
I think so. I hope so too. Yeah. I love Queen Anya. She's awesome. She's a super exciting character. Also, she has the coolest bow ever, so I want to see more of that no matter what. She's awesome. From Ottawa, somebody from Canada. So we have McKenna 5711 in Ottawa. Hello. Welcome at the end here. Let's see. Israela. Sorry, it went too fast. Love the map. We do too. The map is amazing. I'm glad we got to put that out and have everybody get to see it. It's super cool.
Credits to the artist Francesca did
Francesca.
the map. We have all really something.
Super awesome.
Super awesome.
I stay up till 3 a.m. and I regret nothing. Well, thank you. That's very nice, and we appreciate you staying up with us.
Hours to be a part of this. Also, people who this was normal hours and convenient, we're also grateful that you joined us and that you're a part of this.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Anya and Ezra friendship, I feel like I want to see that.
Yes.
Oh, we talked about something with that, right?
Yes, that's right. But we can't talk about it yet, but yes.
To work with. Someone asked what Jack is like. He's delightful.
He's delightful. Jack he's super delightful. He's hilarious and funny, and he's
also a great actor. He's very funny and easygoing, but he has very strong craft. He can be very fine-tuned in his work. He's excellent.
His YouTube channel is not appropriate for kids, but he has a fantastically funny YouTube channel to check out where he does sketch comedy stuff, and it gets better every single time it comes out. So again, slightly inappropriate for younger people, but it is very, very funny, and it's on YouTube. Check it out. Shout out to Yari XX in Puerto Rico. Awesome. Welcome. From I can't even get through this name. Who's the best fighter in the show? I don't know if there's a best fighter. There's a lot of awesome fighters in this show.
Like Rayla and Corin both have different fighting skills. Corvus has a different set of fighting skills. They're all great fighters. Obviously, Amaya's an incredible. The answer might be Amaya. If I had to put an answer on it, like just fundamentals, that would be my answer.
I think that makes sense. I agree. I bet Soren would disagree. Okay, from Little Miss Ginger Kiss, how do you think our main three plus Bait and Zim would be handling COVID-19 quarantine? We did a skit about this, sort of at Comic-Con this year, where there was a little hint that maybe Rayla and Callum are sort of hanging out together, and they're supposed to be socially distancing, but maybe they're not, and the rest of the castle is sort of giving them hell about it and all that kind of stuff. So you can check it out. That's on YouTube. Absolutely go check it. It's very, very funny. The cast did a reading of it. It's a great little skit. I think they'd be frustrated.
They're heroes. I think they would feel pent up and stuck like the rest of us, a lot of the time.
Yeah. But
they would work hard to stay positive and protect each other and protect other people in the way they always do. So I think it would be, hard. But I think they'd try to stay really positive and keep each other cheerful, even though, it's more of a marathon than a sprint kind of adventure. But they're heroes. I think they would try to stay positive.
Yep. From Rubik's 48, do you guys ever play D&D after work? Yes. We have a whole D&D crew that play after work. And we love Dungeons and Dragons. We love tabletop RPGs. So absolutely, we play all kinds of board games, not just Dungeons and Dragons. We had a whole series of board game nights when we could actually be at the office that were really fun. So we'll continue that when we can all get back together. I've played some virtual versions too since COVID, and it's been really fun. It's been a blast.
Justin, I think we're going to have to give a 2-minute warning for this.
All right, 2-minute warning. So we'll do like 2 more questions. What do you think? Does that make sense? Okay. So here's one from Did I Sleep? Will we ever see Vilas again? I don't know if we should answer that one.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, side note, Vilas is also the name of a person who worked on the show, who's an amazing director.
Not just a person, supervising director of the show,
Yeah.
wonderful leader, inspirational,
And a sailor.
continuing to work with us. Vilas Spongsberg.
Yeah, big sailor. Awesome
Quick,
guy.
also before we wrap up, I want to again remind everyone, we are doing an AMA on Reddit on Friday. What time is the AMA Friday?
It is 4 p.m. Pacific time on Friday.
4 p.m. Pacific. It's the Dragon Prince subreddit. And luckily it will be both of us, but it will also be Peter and Xanthi answering questions about Through the Moon. And we're super excited about the AMA on Friday. So hopefully if you didn't get your questions answered now, you can have a chance to ask on Friday.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We really appreciate it. Shout out to everybody at Scholastic and Xanthi and Peter, and we appreciate all the stuff. And please go get the graphic novel. It's awesome. We loved it. We loved making it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, we'll see you on Friday at the AMA if you can make it. So
And
thank you.
hang in there and stay positive.
Yeah, that's right.
It's an unusual time in history, and I hope people are hanging in there and taking care of each other and getting through things. So wishing everyone strength and love, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone soon.
Yep, and we're going to put this up again on IGTV. It'll be up for 24 hours, so you can watch it after this if you missed anything. So thank you all so much.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.